MILLBERGET home office chair from IKEA. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Clueless Dad. Today my son and I are going to put together a MILLBERGET chair from IKEA. This is basically the higher end version of the Renberget. I've actually had a Renberget for going on 10 years. It's actually starting to get worn out. So I decided to replace it, and I already have done videos for the Renberget, so let's try a different one. This is actually slightly more expensive, actually significantly more expensive, depending on where you buy it. So in Hong Kong, this thing goes for about 115 US dollars, like 899 Hong Kong dollars, whereas the Renberget is only 549. So in US dollars, that's the difference between basically $70 and 115. Pretty significant. But if you buy it in the US, it's only $49 or $69, so a lot closer. I don't know why they mark up some stuff so much more here. Some stuff is actually the same price or even cheaper here. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. So the main difference between this and the Renberget is this is basically just higher end. So the back is padded a bit more. It's a little bit taller, I think. And it doesn't have the mesh. It just has the pleather material, polyester basically. So one of the things that I'm a little bit worried about is if I look at my 10-year-old Renberget, it's actually the pleather that has worn and cracked and not the mesh. The mesh actually has held up surprisingly well. That's the first thing you'd think would get snagged and torn. But anyway, but what the heck, let's give it a try. So let's see how it ends up. Okay, it's getting kind of windy out here. Let's get started, and I'll do some additional voiceover as we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Be very careful when you're slicing this open so you don't actually slice open your brand new chair. Assembly-wise, this is exactly the same as the Renberget, at least according to the instructions. Tool-wise, basically it comes with, the Allen wrench. One other interesting thing about this is in the back of the chair, there's actually apparently some sort of sleeve to put your Allen wrench back in, which the Renberget doesn't have. So this is the premium thing that you're paying so much more for. Anyway, on that note, let's see how it turns out. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what do I think? Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed in this thing. As you probably saw me, I was fiddling with these last couple bolts because the fit and finish on these things, where the fabric has a hole cut out for putting the screws in, for example, was like way off. I had to try to kind of cinch it and stuff. I should have probably just cut it. The screws didn't quite line up very well, as you could see, because there's fabric in the way where there shouldn't be. That wasn't great. The way that the screws went in was a little bit loose. So somehow, even though it's the exact same chair, probably made by the same factory, the Renberget, I guess because of volume, somehow comes out a lot better than this guy. And this is supposed to be the premium one. The other big thing for me is this material here on the sides. So I don't know if you can tell, but the pleather is on this side, and it goes halfway down the back there. But the sides, all the way up to here, and the back here is a cloth material that is different than the mesh on the Renberget. And on the Renberget, actually, because the design is different, the pleather stuff goes all the way around. So here I have this lower quality kind of filler fabric in the visible part, and it's not as nice as the mesh. So actually kind of a step down, a significant step down, I would say. So it looks better from here, but it doesn't feel as good and it doesn't look as good. Also, it has these padded armrests, which look a little bit nicer, but not that much nicer. And they're still kind of cheap because it's just this cheap plastic here. So probably these things will wear out too. So who knows what's going to happen there. So overall, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. Maybe I'll just keep my Renberget in the corner and in 2 or 3 years when this thing falls apart, I can just go back to using my 10-year-old Renberget. So anyway, other than that, it's got, the normal features. People ask me a lot about, does it go up and down? Yes, it does. Also, for the thing that lowers and raises it, if you pull it out, like out, you can actually lean back, and if you push it in, it's locked and adjust the tension with the screw knob. Okay, so is it worth the price, $115 US? No, I don't think so. At least not for what you're getting. If I was buying this in the US and it was only $70, yeah, maybe. Okay, a little bit nicer. I get better headrest. Hey everyone, I wanted to give a quick update. I've been using this thing every day for the last 2 weeks, and it's kind of growing on me. So, especially when I filmed the video, I was mostly commenting on the difficulty with the fit and finish and maybe the fabrics and stuff like that. Now that I've been sitting on it for 2 weeks every day, I have to say that, first of all, I don't notice the side one quite as much. And also, it is a lot more cushy and therefore kind of more comfortable than the Renberget. Not that I'm complaining about that one at all. I still use it as my work chair. But here at my home office, this one, yeah, it's kind of growing on me. Okay, so that's it for today. Do you guys have any comments or questions? Do you want me to do any follow-up reviews for this guy or the Renberget or any of the other IKEA stuff I do on this channel? Any of the dad stuff? Nobody cares about my vlogs. But anyway, there's China. Nice sunset. Okay, so see you guys next time. Bye. What's up?
Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Why the screwdriver was so
Noisy?
noisy, so I went inside.
That's okay. Having the stroller with me all the time up in the overhead bin. As soon as we get off the plane, pull it out, unfold it, and walk off. Literally that could save you 15-20 minutes right there.